Okay, we're going to show you another style of writing right now. So the first one we did was just the regular Crayola markers.
Yes, and this one we made thin lines going up and thick lines going down because we pressed harder going down. But if you don't have a marker that works well for that, you can do almost the same thing, and it's called faux calligraphy, F-A-U-X, just by drawing it. So I'm just playing right now. Charity, Mrs. Brown, sorry, was busy for a minute, so I just thought it would be fun to try that. But now I'll show you how I did it. So I started with this little pink marker, and you can just write the way you write and do it on a big paper so you have lots of room. So this is how I make an S. I'm not even trying to make it thick on the way down this time. I'm just trying to make it nice and big because I'm going to draw the thicknesses in after, because it's not really calligraphy, it's called faux calligraphy.
And faux is French for false.
Yeah, so it's not quite real, but it's still, I think it's still beautiful. Okay, so you just write with your handwriting, and I think Mrs. Brown has another video about this. And then you know where the thick places would go. Like if you were going to do it down and it was going to be thick, you just draw it now. It takes a little bit of time to get a steady hand to make those lines quite straight. So this would be the upstroke, so I'll leave that by itself, but I'll make the downstroke thicker, up, thicker. And this is the downstroke here, and down, down. See, I'm just drawing it. That's how I'm making it thicker. Not with the pen. The pen isn't really doing the work anymore. I am just thinking about where it should be thicker. Now, after you've drawn it, all the downstrokes are thicker. Maybe I'll put a little thickness right here, because that would it be probably a downstroke. Then you can color it in, and you could color it with a different color. So I think pink and orange are kind of summery. So I was coloring in between the lines with orange, just to make it fun. I'm not as neat as I sometimes am because I'm hurrying a little bit for your video. I don't want it to get boring. I'm not going to do the S right. Well, I better do the S right now. Oh, in this time I decided it might be fun to add a few little flowers and things. So when I did the S, I just stopped and did some little crissy crosses. They don't even have to be flowers, but they'll look like flowers as soon as you put a few leaves around them. There we go. Now a few green leaves. I think lots of times things look nice in threes. I don't really know why, but odd numbers seem to look nice together. And maybe I'll put a wiggly shadow, a wiggly green leaf shadow on these letters. Yellow would have been a nice shadow too. So even though you never see a yellow shadow, when you use yellow to make the shadow on the letters, it really gives them a sunshiny look. I'm just making my hand wiggle a little bit when I make the shadows. And then why not put a few leaves here and there. Remember, I think that 3 is nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Anywhere you want, because you're just making it a little bit fancier. And let's do a kind of a fancy thing at the end with some bigger leaves. There. Summer. All
Can you
done.
hold that one up again too?
Sure. This one is the faux calligraphy one because we drew it.
Very cool. Thank you.